GitHub profiles, a lot of times I'll mention, or I'll hear people talking about GitHub profiles as a way for vetting potential developers. So GitHub is, of course, where developers put their repo up, the repo of their code on previous projects. And is this a good way to see, like, are you a good developer?
So there's a few things. The first thing is that somebody should have a GitHub profile. If somebody writes software for a living and does not have a GitHub profile yet, and there are some that exist, you probably don't want to be hiring them.
Okay, so that's an easy.
So the first thing is if they don't have a GitHub profile, you probably don't want to hire them.
Interesting.
Then you will find outstanding candidates through GitHub. If you find someone who's made lots of meaningful contributions to large open source projects, if they're interested in the problem you're solving and there's a good cultural fit, that's probably a great developer. In the middle ground, it's tough because if you're not a programmer yourself, all you can see is, oh, they have 7 repositories. So I would want to see that they have a GitHub repo. I would be ecstatic if they've made lots of contributions that have made it into big open source projects. But other than the 2 end cases of don't hire and probably hire right now, it is of limited value unless you're technical enough to do a code review of some of their code.
So it sounds like having a GitHub profile is an additive, almost like a bonus. So it's like having it, you want to at least have it.
Yes.
Like if not, subtract. But if there's great things on there, it's a really great additive bonus. But I wouldn't like subtract. I wouldn't like negative that person because they don't. Because I mean, my GitHub profile, everything's private for them. There's like not too many public things. So you might look and say, hey, Chris only has 3 or 4 projects, but it's just not public, so it's not a fair.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, for most of the developers, unless you are a technologist starting a very cool tech startup that's going to bring some of the top developers in the world together, you're probably not going to get the people who have made substantial contributions. John Resig's got another job. He's the guy who wrote jQuery. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how cool your startup is. John's probably not leaving Khan Academy. Right. A lot of other great developers at GitHub and lots of these very cool companies. So most of the time, you just want to make sure somebody has a GitHub profile. And then if you have a technical advisor, it's absolutely okay to get them to go through 1 or 2 of the projects and maybe see whether they can learn any more from that.
Amazing. Awesome.